Hey, beautiful soul. Hey, friend. It's life. How you feeling today? Mm, okay, okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for asking. No, I know I was supposed to be here yesterday, right? But during my journey, let's just say the things that's falling out, I'm having to combat, right? And it's almost like one of the cards I pulled today, being in this autopilot energy, where even when I know I'm on the right track, still certain things that I was doing is trying to fight to come back to the surface, right? And that's because I'm digging it out. I'm digging it out, right? I got that jackhammer and I'm taking the jackhammer to this cement, to this pavement that's surrounding my root chakra, my base chakra, and it's almost like the only words I can put it in is myself want to fight myself. If that makes sense, right? Like, so I'll give you one example. One example is I have a complicated relationship with food. I'm coming to the conclusion of, right? And it's not that I eat bad. Um, Even when I order out, I'm ordering like a veggie sub and some fries, right? But as I did day 5, I felt good. I went outside. I did some standing in the grass. Um, it was cold outside, right? But I'm standing in the grass and I'm ingesting the sun and it's feeling good. And I'm singing to myself and people stepping out their doors, waving like, what the hell this girl over there doing? Okay. But I'm minding my business. Okay. I'm minding my business. I'm on my front lawn. And even the guy down the street hollering out his door, like, do you got a lighter? I'm like, sir, don't you see me out here catching a vibe? Right? But when I finish and I wrap it up, because I never stopped what I was doing. I just waved, I just spoke, I just said no, all of the things. And I kept doing what I was doing because I didn't want anyone. It was almost like people coming out to purposely interrupt me, even though they probably was just in the vicinity. So that already has sent up some red flags like, what y'all want? You know what I mean? But it was like, I don't know if it was the energy I was giving off or they was maybe in their own way seeing if I was okay since I was in the grass with no shoes on, still in the winter, right? So I kind of just brushed it off. But then when I got in the house, my fingers was glowing because my nail polish is my acrylic is glow in the dark. Okay, so I'm feeling my little vibe because I kind of try to keep my curtains pulled because I get migraines, right? So I'm like, okay. So I crack my blind my curtains just a little bit on the corner, not to let in so much light, but just to let in enough little light, right? And I got all cozy in my chair. And then I was hungry. So I was like, okay, we hungry. We've been fasting for like 18 hours. Let's go. Right. And then now usually, like I said, I'll order some barbecue fries and a veggie sub. And for some reason I chose to order my barbecue fries, but a catfish sandwich. And when I tell you my body ain't felt right since. I would not be lying. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Even with that, it felt like I'm combating these uh, urges of things I would usually do. And I'm like, at first, I can put it kind of out my mind and I'll pray and I'll be like, no, I don't want to do this. Let me just kind of divert my attention and whatnot. So I put on a movie and then I couldn't even focus on the movie. I had to start the movie over and then I just zoned it out. I don't even know what I was zoned out thinking about, but the movie was literally playing in my face and I couldn't tell you what happened after the first 5 minutes. Okay. And so I'm like, what is going on with me? What is this? I started to get these feelings of just small hints of like anxiety, of feeling obligated. And for some reason, this feeling of obligation, I despise that feeling because I like to do things because that's what I genuinely want to do. The moment I feel like I'm starting to feel like I have to do something, it kind of rustled my feathers for a minute. Like, well, what's going on? What is this feeling? What is going on, right? So I'm sitting here yesterday and I was going to get on camera, but I'm like, I feel obligated to do this right now and I don't want to do that. So I had to go inside myself like, well, why are you feeling like that? And I'm like, I genuinely don't know because this is something I enjoy doing. But it's like this conflict that's arising within me that I hadn't yet quite put my finger on, right? So I'm like, well, okay, just don't get on camera, but still go about your day, right? So I go about my day. And for some reason, I just wanted to be in my chair. And I'm like, what is this? We've been doing so good. It's almost like a battle of the mind versus the body. The body is on autopilot and the mind is trying to bring the body to where it is. But my body trying to fight it off. I'm like, girl, what we doing? What is all this aggression? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Okay. And she like, you know what's wrong with me. I'm like, I really don't. I really don't. I would like to know what's wrong with you. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, YouTube ain't working, the TV ain't work, movies ain't working. I feel like I'm in this kind of slump for some reason. I know the reason, right? Because I'm deconstructing myself, basically. Excuse me. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? I'm drinking water and I'm like, something in me just feel complacent in sitting here. Like I felt like I was supposed to be sitting there, but I knew I wasn't supposed to be sitting there. If you following, I hope you following. I know the story kind of long. I'm about to wrap it up. So then I was like, something ain't right. So I put on the music and I put it on blast. I put it on, no, before then. So I got up, before I put on the music, I got up and I wore myself out cleaning out my house. Like literally, I wore myself out. My shoulder bothering me. I'm feeling irritable now because I'm like, damn, my shoulder hurt. You know what I mean? My neck hurt, my back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So now I'm sick. So I mean, when I say cleaned, I dusted every corner. Mopped. I swept. I did the dishes. I rearranged my mantelpiece. All of those type of things, right? So then I'm wore out. I sit down. I drink some water, and I still was feeling complacent. Like I just did all that, and I still feel irritable. What the f is going on? So it's like, okay. So I sat there for maybe like 2 hours, just kind of not really thinking about nothing, and I ended up dozing off. So when I got up, I was still in that conflictable energy where my mind want to be moving, but my body like, no, 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 no. Just relax, chill out. Yeah, I mean, and I'm like, girl, we ain't did nothing. So I'm talking to myself like, you tripping. Why are you tripping? Okay, I see what this is. This is a mind over body type of matter, right? So I before I even get up, I blast the music, and I'm just sitting here listening to the I'm the I'm the I'm the I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So I put it on the second time. The second time I started moving in my chair, and I'm like, okay, now we getting somewhere. Cause I'm my mind is telling my body we not doing nothing till we shake this off. Okay, I don't know why we bumping heads right now. We about to shake this ish off. So I get up and now I'm dancing, but no particular rhythm, not a routine. I'm just letting my body move like it want to move. I'm letting the energy flow through me. I'm standing on the part of the floor barefoot where the beat, I can feel the beat resonating with my body. So I'm just standing on that spot and I'm like letting them vibes and that frequency get up in me. And I'm like, okay, okay, now we going somewhere. So now I'm shaking it. Now I'm rolling that thing, right? Now I'm popping and locking and twisting and you know what I mean? And then I start stretching. I'm like, okay, my body wanna be complacent with not moving, although it has no reason not to. So I keep going. I keep going. I make myself keep going. Even when I wanted to stop, like I'm tired, child. Make myself keep going, but I'm breathing the cleansing breaths as I do it. I was tired. Okay. I danced for 2 hours. And I was like, okay, okay. So danced, went and got in the shop. I prepped my pancake stuff. Cause now I was hungry again. I done cleaned, I done danced and worked out. My version of working out, right? So I made me a couple pancakes. Well, I prepped my stuff. I prepped my cranberry, my walnuts, cherries and walnuts, in some lemon juice, water, and some cinnamon and homemade vanilla. So I let that soak because it's of course it's dried cherries and walnuts. So I let that soak up. Went and got in the shower, came back, oiled down, made my pancakes, ate. And I noticed I was back in my comfortable chair. Right. So I was like, okay. I still don't feel like making a video. What is going on with me? I was tired, but I was like, get up and walk. I ended up walking to the store. I grabbed some chips and apple juice. And then I felt like I was going back to old habits that I am on autopilot. All the like they kind of running neck and neck, right? So my new habits and my old habits trying to peek back through, but my new habits trying to guide me. So it's like this conflict within self that I'm going through. So my apologies for not being here yesterday. Although I did still go through the motions. Okay. Um, and as I was walking, I meant to say this, as I was walking, I was doing the day 5 breathing exercises with the mouth, with the tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing in, opening the jaw, then relaxing it on the exhale or breathing out through the nose. And I felt a little better. I came home and I went to sleep. Literally, I was knocked out until like 3 this morning. So in my mind, I'm like, it's things that's coming out these cracks and crevices that I'm breaking that want to keep me complacent. It's like, no, girl, you've been comfortable here, but you've been relaxed. So why you trying to come cause all this confusion and construction on what ain't broke? And I'm like, but isn't it broke? Right? My body, I'm not sexually active, right? I'm going on 3 years of celibacy. So I don't know if you know, okay, it's not hard to be celibate, but your body still want that energy, those movements, right? So I'm like, okay, that's what the dance was about, right? Wanting me to get them hips moving. We know that the root chakra is connected to the hips, right? And helping that energy um of regulating the hips, uh, the teeth, the nails, the rectum, the spine, the knees, the feet, the skeletal system, the lower back, the adrenal glands, a lot of the things that I was trying to put into motion and get moving and gyrating. Yeah, I mean, like gyrate that thing up out of there, shake all them crumbles and pavement pieces that done broke down, shake them out, don't keep them in, right? So that was just my experience. I would love to hear what you are experiencing as day 6 has approached or came and gone, rather. Um, excuse me. And just give me your perception of what your body is going through as you're on this journey. Or are you just free and clear? You ain't got no, you know what I mean? Uh, old parts of yourself trying to fight back? Are you just on that straight narrow path where you like life you by yourself, girl? I don't know what the hell you talking about, because that's not my experience, that's not what I'm going through. Then explain what you're going through for others that may not be going through exactly what I'm going through, but you have some insight as to how you're feeling this or how you're approaching those things that are coming out these cracks and crevices as we move forward, right? Okay, so that was that. I hope it wasn't too long. Thank you for asking. I'm fine. Here today, and that's all that matters, right? I'm like, I have to not pressure myself and not just do what my body want me to do, because my body is on this autopilot mode, because this is years, and I'm 40 years old. Hello, how you doing? Okay, I am 40 years young, let's say, right? Because now I'm aging backwards. Hello, okay. But in all these years I've been here, is things that I'm fighting through, right? So it's not just this 1 week thing that in 7 days my sacral chakra gonna be completely open and I'm gonna be ready to to mount up like the Power Rangers. Like, no, it's more or less dealing with the things as they come and not suppressing them, letting your body do what it want to do and let your mind tell you whether it's right or wrong, letting your mind guide you. And if your body not following, then finding the conflict that's in there, right? Because it's all about the alignment of things, of self. Okay, so that's where I was. Let's go into this prayer or this chant for meditation, clear the energy. I appreciate you for listening. I really, really do. Let's go. Those that need to find this information, those that are on the same frequency, will find this. It's the energy, that white sage, cleansing breath. I appreciate myself. I appreciate my mind, body, and spirit. I appreciate those that came before me, those that are with me, those in my future world, and those that I leave behind. I honor Prime Source of divine energy, light, and consciousness within myself, as I am made of energy. I ask for access to my higher self and spiritual team for guidance, love, strength, wisdom, and clarity that would that which you choose to share only to use for my highest well-being and the highest being of those that I encounter along the way. I ask that you show me what you need done on my part to provide you with the energy and strength to help in our evolution. I ask for protection. I am listening. Thank you, Ashe. Now, I don't want to make it too long. I'm already like 20 minutes in. But I wanted to do this overcoming your fears breathing exercise. Okay. Um, the benefits it has is liberation, confidence, centered energy, focused thought, mental clarity, rejuvenation, and a sense of personal power, empowerment. Okay. You sit or stand or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes or focus ahead of you. So either close your eyes or look, pick a point on the wall. Should be a blank wall or something that don't give you too much to think about, and focus your energy there while keeping your spine straight. Okay. Again, this is overcoming your fears. Taking 20 connected nose breaths is a gentle process that helps restore harmony to the body and mind by creating space between you and feelings of uncertainty, insecurity, and panic. You imagine yourself breathing out of fear and anxiety, breathing out fear and anxiety, and breathing in peace and safety, which moves you beyond a pattern of negative thoughts and draining feelings. So let's take them 20 connected nose breaths. Right now, we'll take about 2 or 3. Just find your center, find your peace. Today, I'm drinking peppermint, fenugreek, and some cacao nib tea. The cacao nibs for my brain and memory function and brain function to help my brain stay alert because my body is working overtime on trying to stop what we're doing. Okay, the peppermint is to help invigorate me and get me a little and the fenugreek is, I noticed that when I slack on drinking my fenugreek because I had this lump in my left breast, and when I tell you when this mama jamma come, it could be big or small. When it's small, it's right in my nipple, and the pain is like, what the F, right? So I noticed when I back off of drinking my fenugreek tea, it kind of enlarges, and when I be consistent in drinking it, it goes away. So it's gone now. It was there for a couple of days. I was going through that too. So just taking note of the things that I'm implementing or that my body, my mind tell me I need. And when I follow through on those things, I see results compared to following the things that my body is telling me to do that give me a different type of result. So let's breathe in. Decide how strong the fear sensation is in your body at this moment on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is hardly causing a problem and 10 is highly problematic. Decide how strong the fear sensation is in your body at this moment on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is hardly causing a problem and 10 is highly problematic. To be honest with you, I'm probably at a 9. Okay. What is your number? Say it to yourself quietly or loudly just so that you can acknowledge where you are. Breathing through your nose. Connect your inhale to your exhale with no gap. Just in and out, no gap. Take 4 breaths, then make the 5th longer and more exaggerated. This complete 1 step. Breathing through your nose, connect your inhale to your exhale with no gap. Take 4 breaths, then make the 5th longer and more exaggerated. This completes 1 set. One, 2, 3, 4. Repeat this set of 4 breaths 3 more times to make connected breaths in all. Use the fingers of your hands to help you count. Repeat this step of 5 breaths 3 more times to make 20 connected breaths in all. Use the fingers of your hands to keep count. Let's go. When you have completed 20 breath cycle, assess how you feel and rate the sensation of fear again. If the fear still feels strong, complete another cycle. When you have completed 20 breath cycles, assess how you feel and rate the fear sensation again. If the fear still feels strong, complete another cycle. Keep breathing this way until the fear feels more manageable. When you are ready, let your breathing return to normal. I still feel a little bit of fear. So for time's sake, I'm going to do 3 more breaths with you, and then I'll continue mine off camera. Okay. Remembering, excuse me, I don't know why I have the hiccups. Remembering, maybe that's something breaking up something within me, okay? but remembering to take note of the feelings, the aches, the pains, the where your mind gets directed to, and bring that back to a focus. But these are the things that you're going to collect and write about at the end of the session. Okay. Let's start. We're going to do 3 more. Breaths of 5. And go. To be honest, I feel anxious. My hands feel full of anxiety. My arm feel like anxiety, the anxiety police. Okay. My back feel a little anxious. These are the notes that I'm taking that I'm being aware of, and I'm just giving you examples of what my body is feeling. My stomach feel bound. Okay, like I have to go to the restroom, and I already went. Right, this is what I was saying about my insides didn't feel right. Okay, so let's get back to normal breathing. Now that I done told you all my business. Breathing normal. I'm just wiggling my arms, my breasts, my hips, my thighs, my feet. I'm bringing myself back to awareness by letting that anxiety break free of my being, break free of this physical body where it's hindering. Let that anxiety shake out. Shake as I come to, open my eyes. Hello, hello, hello. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I feel like I feel nauseous a little bit, like I want to vomit. Whatever is blocking my food from digesting right, or whatever it is. Now, mind you, this was yesterday that I ate, okay? But I feel like something is trying to keep my food there when it want to either digest, or my body is telling me these are not the things I want to be eating at this moment, right? Whether it's pancakes, whether it's a fish sandwich I don't usually eat, whether it's the fries. My body don't want those things. But I was feeling good when I wasn't eating. Literally, when I wanted to eat, I told God, I was like, listen, I don't want to eat right now. I know my body's saying I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. And I just fall asleep just like that. Whereas I would be eating usually, right? So like I said, my the relationship I have with food is quite complicated. And that's one of the things I'm like, food though? Like food. That's what we talking about? Yeah, that's what we talking about. For me, right? Other things, maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drinking, maybe it's um anything. I don't know your life. You don't know mine. I'm just giving you bits and pieces of some of the things that I'm going through, right? Let's go into this chakra for the base. Today is independence. Okay? Independence. As we know, I will read this 3 times, for the sake of implementing it into our brain, etching it into our brains as we start our day. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them knowing that I will be guided. No, no, no. This was yesterday. I am tripping. Shall. It's the last card for today. My bad. I was like, what the heck? I already read this. Okay. We on courage and faith today. Holla. Yes, thank you, Asha. We is on courage and faith. So if you already know about the independence, go back to day 5. That's where that was. Today we the base chakra, courage and faith. Yes, thank you for clarifying. Let me go on and clear this card. Bring some good energy to it. I was like, I read this already. Yes, you did, girl. Yes, you did. Uh-oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, my little crumbs falling. That's how you doing things for real, real. Okay. And anything that I'm doing or that I'm telling you to do, please go research on your own. Look up for yourself. Try the exercise and see how you feel. Do not, I repeat, do not take what I say as what it is, right? You need your own experience. So please, please, please. No, I did not go into the color therapy, which is the red paper, as I usually do. We know we have our energy stones that we use in as an apparatus, right? The color therapy, the color page, the stones are an apparatus to help us in our journey of cleansing these chakras. Okay, let me cleanse this card. Those that are seeking this. All right. Courage and faith. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a warrior. Warrior. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. Okay. Now, for today, in the rethink cards, we got an aware card. Okay. Hold on. Nope. Let's restate that. Today, because of all the things that I was going through, right, I dug into my coping skills for trauma deck, which is this one. It's an aware card. Okay. And that says turn off your autopilot. And I dug into my self compassion deck because somewhere I need to give myself some grace, right? I need to give myself, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I need to give myself some compassion. I need to understand that I am not perfect, that I will stumble along the way, but as long as I keep at it, right? You wondering why I pulled these particular cards, because it's the things I need for myself, right? So if you need them, please follow along. Turn off your autopilot. I thought this was a beautiful card for today as it flew out while I was shuffling. When anxiety, sadness, frustration, and anger show up in your life, what do you do with those experiences? How do you react? What can you turn off? How can you turn off your autopilot? I'll repeat that again. When anxiety, sadness, and frustration and anger show up in your life, what do you do with those experiences? How do you react? How can you turn off your autopilot? How can you turn that off? One thing that comes to mind that I can personally do to turn that off is to follow what my mind is telling me and not my body. Because my body been doing this for so long, it's just equipped to go eat or go do this or go do that, or want to smoke or want to anything that comes up in that moment that my body is feeling like, okay, this is what I usually do. My mind, I'll be listening for my mind to say that's what we used to do. That's not what we do right now in this moment, right? Not that we may not go back there in the future, but in this moment, if I'm being present, I want to follow my mind and not my body, because my body is doing everything it's used to doing. If I want to break out of this systematic autopilot that I've grown to be, right? This just letting this body of mine do what the environment tells it to do, as opposed to what my mind is telling me I need to be doing, or I should be doing, or try this, or move this way, or do this, or go outside and stand in the grass. My mind wants me to win, right? But my body is still attached to this 3D world. Therefore, I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to get to where my mind is, where I don't have to be like battling myself and combating myself at every turn, even when it comes to eating, right? I want my body to fall in line with my mind. Okay. The reflection connection. Bring to mind a somewhat difficult person in your life. What are 3 things you might have in common with them as a human being, right? Remember, I was just talking about we in this 3D world. I'm in this 3D world, right? So this goes to show people are not perfect, but who is it that you have a difficult time relating to or understanding, or you in conflict with? And what are 3 things that you might have in common with that person? Maybe y'all think the same, so y'all butt heads. Maybe y'all think opposite, but you can relate to some of the feelings as to why they feel a certain way. Maybe they had loss or struggle or anger towards a certain thing, and you can put yourself in those shoes because you've had a similar experience or a similar feeling or thought. Not everybody is going to vibe at the same time, and not everybody is going to elevate at the same time, right? We all on these different journeys, these different paths, trying to find the best way to get to our higher self, unlocking our highest potential. No one way is the right way. No one way is the wrong way. Everybody, you can't walk a mile in my shoes. I can't walk a mile in yours, right? I can extend myself to have empathy for whatever it is you're going through. And if I can extend that outside of myself, I absolutely can extend that within myself, right? I can divert that energy within myself and give myself the empathy that I need, that I'm lacking from the support around me. I don't have a support system, right? I'm my own support system. So sometimes I have to go to my cards and be like, okay, what is some type of compassion I need to deal with within myself? What type of anxiety am I dealing with? What trauma did I run into that got me blocked or stagnant? Okay. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you can use it to your benefit. This is a judgment free zone. So please leave your comments. Um, for other people, and hope leave positive comments or helpful comments. Let me rephrase that. For other people to feed off of. Maybe my way is not the way they need to go, right? Maybe they can benefit from doing something simpler, or maybe they on a journey a little bit ahead of me, and maybe you have some uh, information for them that'll help them. So don't harbor your information to yourself. Share it. Feel free to share it with others, because we are all on this journey called life, this universal university, right? We all learning day by day, minute by minute. So this is why you cannot be too hard on yourself. You even if you feel like you backsliding, don't be hard on yourself. Understand that you are a human being living this universal experience that is teaching you daily. Even if you got all A's in school, so what? In the university, listen. And this universal university, you can be ahead of the class one day and then at the back of the class the next day. And that is not a judgment. You can get up and walk out the class because you think you're too smart. But life will teach you. Life will show you. Life is the best teacher there is. Mother Nature is the best teacher there is. Like I say, I'm not a teacher, I'm a forever student, right? I'm constantly learning day by day. I'm constantly still learning about myself, which you'd be like, oh, I know myself inside and out. Okay. I challenge you to do some of these things to unlock your inner highest being. Judgment free. When I say judgment free, I'm talking about no judgment of yourself as you do it. What obstacles is coming along that's been keeping you stagnant, frustrated, in anger, upset, being so hard on yourself? Why not ease up? Learn ways to ease, to take the pressure off the body, because your mind wants to tell you the right way to go. It want to integrate, right? We talk about integrating that body and mind, but mind feel like we out here, know how y'all like to tussle. My body out here wanting to tussle with my mind, and I'm like, girl, we not having that. So if I'm not right on time, I'm gonna be here, but maybe I'm going through an experience that need to be shared. So I'm not just going to rush on here just because today is day 6, today is day 7. I'm going to go through the motions because I'm actively trying to heal myself. I'm not up here for show. I'm not up here for likes, although I please like, right? But I'm up here for myself. So when I'm saying, why do I feel obligated? Because I made that commitment to myself and now I have to follow through with it, right? I made a commitment to myself and now I have to follow through. So my body want to be like, no, 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 we don't need that. My mind like, girl, you tripping. We trying to get up out of here. My body like, no, but I'm so comfortable in my chair. And my body like, my mind like, get your ass outside and get in that grass. Oh, you think I care about the wind? No, ma'am. No, ham. No, thank you. Get out there. And then that's another thing when I was dancing, right? I had my window open and the wind was fighting through my curtain. I was in my kitchen blowing. I'm like, hey, beautiful wind. Like I was letting it embody me. So I feel good when I do what my mind says, but I feel bad when I'm in this autopilot mode. These are just my observations of myself, right? So I hope that you got something out of that. I thank you. Thank you. I thank you. I thank you for listening to me, for being the support that I need while I'm trying to be the support that you need. You understand? You dig? And we on this thing called life together, in it together, learning together. We might have different lessons, but the point is to learn something every day, be it about yourself or somebody else or Mother Nature, or it's something that will feed you. Because if it don't feed you, it's hindering you. If you can't ingest it and let that run through your body, what are we doing? Everything else you ingesting is bullshit. If it's not helping you meet them goals or the ideas that your mind has ready and prepared for you to follow through on, it's a distraction. It's a hindrance. I'm trying to break out of those things for myself. But I thank you for coming along the journey with me, for healing myself, ourselves from the inside out, and those that's doing the work. I will see you on the other side. Ashe, I thank you.